Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, and while the wife is putting up the Christmas tree and all the decorations and shit, it's not really my thing, so I came out to the garage to make some progress on the IS300. If you watched my last video, you'll see that I came up with the idea to put the ECU and the hull tech in place of the passenger side airbag. And today, that's what I was planning to accomplish. And so far, I think it's gonna work. So basically, I spent all morning trying to get this fucking airbag out, and finally got it out. The Figs Engineering patch harness / ECU relocation harness for the IS300. Here I am inside the IS. POV. Basically, so far I've taken out the gauge cluster, took out the air vents up top. Really didn't have to mess with that. I don't know why I took it out, because I was planning on taking this out, but I didn't have to. Took out the top air vents, glove box, and look what we got here. We got a nice gaping hole for me to fabricate a mounting plate so I can stick the ECU in there. It wasn't that bad. Basically, you drop the glove box, and down below you have like two 12mm screws, bolts that go up to the airbag. Undo those, undo the clip for the wiring harness, and then you gotta pry a little bit from the top of the dashboard to get it out. Here she is. Gauge cluster, my garage is a mess. Look how small this is in here. Like, that's all the room I have to work with. This side is a big fuck you, so I gotta get rid of this thing. Please take it from me now. Anyways, that's the airbag. The cover looks like it easily comes off, so go ahead and separate that and go from there. By the way, I just wanted to bring something up real quick. Doing all this ever since I bought that Milwaukee cordless ratchet has been, that thing has saved my ass a lot so far. Just being able to climb upside down underneath that dashboard to get this fucking airbag out, and you know, just not having enough room to physically turn a manual ratchet, and just being able to put that Milwaukee in there and pull the trigger was beautiful. It's perfect. I wish I would have bought that fucking thing a long time ago. Anyways, here's the airbag. I'm gonna go pull the cover off right now. Just a regular flathead. I'm gonna pull the plastic cover up over these little metal teeth here, one by one. Careful I don't stab myself. Like that. Pull it up. There we go. Drop a comment if you want to see something fucking cool with this. But I gotta ask Vic first, because maybe he'll want to sell it, because these things are big fucking money too, so we'll see. Vic, if you're watching, let me know, man. There's the cover, beautiful in one piece, and it's just gonna clip right back into the dashboard. It's gonna be fucking mint. Oh, and if you're wondering, while the gauge cluster was out, I went ahead and pulled that ABS light bulb and airbag light bulb, so we're not gonna see those at all. Alright, there we are. that's not how it's gonna stay. I just threw it in there just to make sure the wiring harness, you know, would work in this configuration. But ECU is just right now, it's just thrown into the airbag spot. You see the wiring harness going across the top of the dash, and that's where the plugs end up at, right there. So I could just tuck this in above the steering column right there, zip tie it out of the way so it doesn't get all fucked, and then work my magic on the engine harness and chassis harness to get it to reach that. And man, that's pretty much it. I'd have to figure out the best way to mount that ECU in there, throw that cover back on the dash, and put all the interior back together. Alright, so finally got the final location of the ECU figured out with the Figs Engineering ECU relocation harness. It's pretty fucking dope. I'm really stoked on it. Let me show you guys what I got going on. There it is. I was able to fit the ECU in there perfectly. Here's the Figs Engineering harness extension coming through here, and I'm about to bring it across through there. So basically, at first, this dumb piece of plastic was right there. I just cut it out, both sides. It's not really mandatory to do that. I was able to bring the harness across without fucking with it. However, I took it out because it gives me a little bit more wiggle room, and it really doesn't affect the structural integrity of the dash. Like, I'm fucking pulling on it, and she's not going anywhere. So, and it's pretty soft metal. I was honestly able to cut it with a pocket knife that has a serrated blade on it. These teeth, that really helped out a lot. I really didn't need to use a saw or anything, but if you got one, more power to you, man. Just be careful of that wiring, that factory harness right there that runs across. Make sure you don't fucking nick that, because if you do, you're gonna be in a world of fucking hurt, because you're probably gonna have to pull the whole dash out. But anyways, let me go ahead and plug this into the ECU and show you guys the final results. And also, the beauty of this is because there's so much room back here, the upper vents don't even come anywhere near contact with them. That is if you have this tray, the empty tray. I can't speak for the GPS unit or the little storage bin that has a pop-up lid, but if you have just this blank tray, this gauge pod is aftermarket, by the way, but if you just have this regular blank tray that came on most ISs, you have a lot of room back there for activities, and I have no worries about the harness being pinched or crushed once I figure out how the fuck. There we go. Fucking perfect. I don't want to snap. This snaps now nice and flush, but I don't want to snap it down because it's kind of a bitch to get out. I might have to modify these little retaining clips so that it makes it a little bit easier to pop up, but you know what, fuck it, I'll go ahead and show you guys. Can't even tell. I'm so fucking stoked on how this came out. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw the gauge cluster back in, and the bezel around this gauge cluster, and that's pretty much it for the interior for now. I still gotta plug all that junk in, but I can't do that until I bring that wiring harness back to the firewall and connect it to the Figs harness, which is somewhere in there. Anyways, that's it for now. Just wanted to give a little short video on where I finally decided to mount the ECU. I hope you guys like it. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. Oh, by the way, I know I told you I ordered LS400 brakes for my SC, but I got fucked over. They were supposed to be brand new, and I bought them through a legitimate company on Amazon, But however, this company really fucked me over, and I had no choice but to go ahead and just buy some regular brake pads to throw back into my stock calipers. I'll explain everything in the next video, but I'm super fucking butthurt about it. But getting this ECU figured on the IS really kind of cheered me up a bit. So stay tuned for the next video. It's going to be brakes on my SC300. Then after that, I have a timing belt job on a GS300 for my buddy Alex. So stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, follow my Instagram, and stay tuned for the next video. Peace. Love you guys.